Welcome to Unleash the Leader Within. I am Tami Reiss. I go by the Product Leader Coach, or Tami from Miami. I've worked with hundreds of companies. I've worked with over 500 leaders, either one-on-one or in group settings. I talk at conferences, and I do that not because it's money making, but because I really like to simplify things for people. I like to simplify the complex to the point that I literally recently wrote a children's book on product management that will be coming out in May. So on our next slide, you can scan this QR code if you wish. You can also go to slido.com and enter that number or scan this QR code. And I want you to put in, what does executive presence mean to you? This is an opportunity for you to tell me, what does executive presence mean to you? These are the words that people put in. Confidence is always the most common word that people talk about. They talk about how it's a form of communication and that when you have executive presence, you come off as an authority. It makes you influential. It is established by being transparent. Motivational, that's really interesting. Someone wrote motivational and influential. And what that means to me is that you understand that the core thing any leader must do is encourage people to follow. If you have no followers, you're just taking a walk. So how do we encourage people to follow us? How do we activate people? How do we motivate people? How do we inspire people? How do we influence people to say, yes, I want to give you my time, my money, my effort, because there's something about you that makes me believe in you. You seem confident. You seem like you're an authority on this. And I like the way you communicate. You seem credible. You seem like somebody I can trust. I don't want you to use the word change. Change is scary to everyone. Change is incredibly scary. But people love improvements. People love efficiencies. People love optimizations. People love when things are working better. And so instead of saying, I want to change something like the organizational structure or the process or the document or the template or the person who's reporting into me, do not say change. Because change, it ruffles feathers, it makes your stomach get a little twisted. But when you can talk about the value of the change, we're going to make something more efficient. We're going to streamline. We're going to enhance. We're going to decrease lag or something else. When you talk about the value of what you're trying to put forward, people are more receptive. When you say, I want to change something, people back up. I don't like change. I like being comfortable. I like things the way they are. Power move. Do not say change. Talk about the value. Do you recognize that when you talk really, really fast, what it sounds like is you're the micromanaging and you're giving and you're just trying to hide something. And if you talk like also trying to hide something. Volume. But know that volume does not mean loud. Adjusting your volume is a way of saying, I'm going to look at the situation I'm in and I'm going to make a choice as to whether or not I'm going to be loud and boisterous or whether or not I'm going to talk really low so that people have to listen. They have to sort of lean in. Choices. There are executives that just sit at a table, they don't say very much, and at the end they say 10 words in a low voice. Everybody has to find their own way of doing this, and it is okay if it doesn't look exactly like somebody else's. Play with these things, play with them in different situations, and adapt to different situations. I want you to tell me right now, what did you learn today that you're going to be more conscious or aware of or do in the next week? So go back to your Slido and tell me, because I want you to be committed. I want you to write down right now something that you yourself are going to do this week. And know that there is many, many more things to do. And that this is the sort of thing that CEOs who have been in their positions for decades are still working on.